Beautiful sunset over there. Welcome back to another video. Today is not about the sunset. Today it's about the bridge. That bridge, to be more exact. And we have to wait for blue hour to photograph that. I have 3 images in mind that I want to take. One from the other side. There's a real nice view with the bridge from the other side. One from the bridge, and a third one from around this location, maybe a bit further down over there. So today is about that bridge, only because it's very nicely lit at night. And I think I can come up with some beautiful images. I do have an ND filter if I want to make a longer exposure than normal, and I have a polarizer as well, so I'm gonna try that because this bridge has some nice lights and they reflect in the river down below, and I'm gonna try the polarizer to see how it works. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so we're on the bridge now. Have a little bit of a vantage point from here. You can see better what's happening over there. This is Fraser River right here below me. In the distance over there, it flows into the Pacific. So it's a pretty cool location, very wild. I have a bunch of birds flying around. It's a bird habitat as well. That sunset is indeed very beautiful, but like I said, we are gonna wait for blue hour because this bridge is gonna be lit very nicely. And I'm gonna have a bunch of reflections happening in the water down below. So I want to test that polarizer. I want to see what the photos look like with the polarizer and without, concerning those reflections. Should be fun. Let's go on the other side now. Okay, so this is my location, at least for now. I have a private jet behind me over there. What I like about this location in particular is these little guys over here that I can use as a foreground element. If I go down a little bit with the camera later on, I can catch these flowers and also the bridge in the background. I think I'm going to be fairly close to these flowers, so I might have to focus stack. If you don't know what focus stacking is taking different photos of the same subject, of the same frame and same composition, but the focus sits on the foreground, midground and background. And typically you shoot around 3, depends how complex your scene is. You shoot 3 or 5 or 6 photos and then stitch them together in Photoshop, and then all the parts of your frame will be in focus. So that it's focus stacking. If I'm gonna do focus stacking, it's gonna be probably 3 photos. 1 on the flowers, 1 in the middle of the river, 1 on the bridge, because I'm gonna be at f8 anyway, so should be enough for that. So I'm gonna start off with this location. And then most likely I'm gonna head on a bit more down the road to get closer to the bridge and have a different perspective, because now I'm kind of straight onto the bridge, or I should say perpendicular to the bridge, and if I go a bit more that way, I should have the bridge more in an angle on the left side of the frame. So that's the plan. I think it's a good one. What do you think? I think it's a good plan. So I think I'm gonna start shooting, put my neutral density filter on, and try to get smooth water with the bridge without the lights, but we're gonna wait for the lights anyway, so that's gonna be a nice photo. Oh, by the way, the lens of choice for today, it's gonna be the 17 to 55 2.8 Nikkor. Very nice lens. I can zoom in on the bridge, go a bit tighter, I can zoom out, go a bit wider, so that's what we're gonna use today. New tripod, super light. I bought it for my Euro trip because I'm going to Europe, and I needed something light to haul around, and pretty good tripod. This is not going to be a review, don't worry. I don't really like doing reviews, but I want to try this bad boy out. I started shooting with it yesterday. I went to shoot some fireworks in downtown Vancouver, and it held out pretty good. I had it on the sand and I just jolted down in the sand to be stable. It was pretty good. Actually, here are some photos from yesterday. Let me know what you think. yeah, this is the tripod, that's the camera with the lens, and then I want to show you the filters as well. Newer filter pack, UV, circular polarizer, and ND1000. So UV filter, never really see the benefit in that, so I don't think I'm gonna ever use it, but it's good to have it there. The ND1000, that's a 10-stop filter, which is very nice. And then the CPL, circular polarizer, very nice filter. So let's put the ND1000 on and get a longer exposure of that river with the bridge, and see what will happen. You know what I like about these filters? That's why I got them. Check this out. Magnetic, because I have one that twists on the lens. By the time you screw it on, you drop it 10 times. Oh, it's a pain. Okay. Focused. I put my camera in manual focus now, because after I put the ND on and I press the shutter, the camera is going to want to focus, but because this glass is too dark, you cannot focus on anything. And it's just going to try to focus, and it's not going to be able to. So focus first, put it in manual, filter on, and I'm at f4 20 seconds ISO 100. It's just a test. I'm not sure exactly what my perfect exposure is, but I'm going to try it and then go from there. WestJet. Because I live so close to the airport, I see planes all day long landing and taking off, and I actually shot a video. If you want to watch it, I'll link it up here, how to shoot airplanes big and small. So yeah, take a look if you want. Almost there. The lights are not on yet, but we're getting there. Meanwhile, the lights came on the bridge. It would have to get a bit darker than this, so we can see the reflections on the water, and then we can shoot our photos here. Beautiful, pretty cool. I just had a beaver swimming right next to me over here. By the time I wanted to film it, it went down on the water. A lot of animals over here. Very nice. What I want to do right now is just go under the bridge, see if I can get a nice symmetrical photo with the pillars of the bridge and a longer exposure on the water. So let's go do that. Okay, so I thought there's going to be some lights underneath the bridge. Apparently there aren't. I got a photo. I'm not too crazy about it. Okay, so now let's go take our bridge photo. Okay, so as you can see, I got some reflections going on, some light reflections on the bridge. That turns out pretty nicely. I'm at ISO 100 f8 10 seconds. It's a bit too bright. No ND filter this time because it's dark enough, so we don't use ND filter. I went down to 8 seconds and I'll do a photo one more time. Very noisy. So I want to make the water a bit smoother, so I'm going to go to F16, 15 seconds. Let's see what that looks like. And after this, I'm going to go a bit more that way to get more of the bridge in frame. Okay, so this is my spot right now. You can see the bridge over there nicely lit up. So what I want to test out right now is the polarizer. I want to see if it gets rid of these reflections underneath the bridge. Okay, so that was without the polarizer. Now I'm going to put the polarizer on. Let's see what that does. and the polarizer is not dark enough, so you can put it on the lens and you can still focus through it. Unlike the ND filter, the 10 stop, which you have no chance of focusing through that dark glass. So this is the shot without the polarizer. And this is the shot with the polarizer. So as you can see, there's not much of a difference, at least not in these conditions. I'm gonna have to test out a little bit more. I'm really curious to see what it does in normal circumstances, in bright daylight I mean. And also I want to shoot a stream and I want to see how it does in those conditions. So now I'm going to take another couple of photos here, go as wide as I can on the lens, which is 17 millimeters, and then I'm going to hop on the other side and shoot some photos from that side as well. Okay, so I'm on the other side of the bridge right now. I grabbed a couple of photos with the bridge from this side. And then I'm gonna hop on the bridge and try to get a light trail photo with the cars crossing on the bridge. I think I'm gonna have to use the ND filter even though it's dark outside, just to have a longer exposure, but also because the bridge is pretty lit. So I'm gonna have to use an ND probably. Okay, so last photo of the day. We have this here bridge with these beautiful lights. I'm going to try to get a composition with this rail as a leading line with this guy here, and some light trails from the cars. So I ended up putting the ND filter on because the bridge is very bright and I want to have as much time for the shutter to be open so I can catch as many light trails as I can. So because of that, I put the ND filter on to have the shutter open for as much time as I can. And that is 30 seconds. Hopefully it's not going to be too dark with that ND on it. But if it's going to be too dark, I'm going to open the iris a little bit more because now I'm at f16. Okay, so that's it for me for today. I did end up using the ND filter. It was so dark that I had to go from f16 ISO 50 to f2.8 all the way down to f2.8 to ISO 200 to get acceptable exposure. That exposure will have to be tweaked also in Photoshop and Lightroom a little bit, so that's the power of the 10-stop ND filter for you. But anyway, this is the end of the vlog. There's going to be one more vlog from Canada, from Vancouver, and then I'm going to switch bases to Europe. I'm going to be in Italy, Romania, Slovenia. There's going to be some interesting vlogs, especially from Romania, a couple super interesting vlogs from the Transylvania region. So that should be fun. Stay tuned. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.